Hey, what's going on YouTube? Tim here. The few of you watching my videos know that I'm posting a video on the completed project that I have of my dragon carving, which I will post after this, but I wanted to do a quick video before that, before I finish my project, on how I do the double loop stitch. Now this technique is mainly used with lace, a piece of leather thong, as you can see here. Some people use it to, you could use it to attach things. I like to use it as a decorative edge. Sometimes I use it in addition to doing a saddle stitch, but in this case, since this is going to be hanging on a wall and there's not going to be any real function to this other than you know, people looking at it for its aesthetic purposes. So I just decided to go with the bordered double loop. So in other videos, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I feel like mine is a little bit easier once you get the hang of it. Now in other videos, they'll have you use this piece of equipment here, and what they will suggest that you do, let me get that to focus, is you take your piece of lace and you're going to want to take your X-Acto knife and cut a long angle and a short angle. So let's get this in frame here. All right. So you will cut one long and a short on the other side. And you will open this up. That'll be tucked in there. You'll tap it down with you know, hammer, whatever. You can use anything that's relatively blunt, and then you start doing your stitch. Now Tandy has a gentleman who shows you how to do the double loop, and what he will have you do is take one thing to keep in mind is to always make sure that you have the finished side up. As you can see, you have a flush side and a finished side. You always want to have that. He'll tell you to roll it over, and when he does it, he pulls one loop through, okay, pulls it out, snugs that down, and then he'll use a fid to come back through over once you have the one loop completed. Now for me, and I do this actually without the lace needle here, because what I do is I will get to my edge, making sure that I have the finished side up. I am coming through. Again, making sure that I have the finished side up. Now before pulling this tight, what I do is I will cross over to make that X, pull it through the back, again ensuring that I have the finished side up the entire time, and then I snug down that first loop and then pull this one tight and roll over for my next hole. Now for me, this goes much faster because it eliminates having to open up your previous loop. You can get a tighter double loop stitch, and it kind of saves the integrity of the lace, because what happens sometimes is if you're really digging in there, particularly with a sewing awl instead of a fid, you can, you know, start damaging the integrity of your lace. So again, same principle. You're going to follow that all the way down, ensuring that you have the finished side up, coming in, there it goes, pulling it through, ensuring that you have the finished side. That's so important. Like, I can't tell you how ugly this looks if you don't do it consistently the right way. And not just having the finish side, but having the same tension throughout, which can be hard if you can, if you know, like something like this. I've done this, you know, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. So it's hard to get to a point where everything looks very consistent. But you definitely want to make sure you have the same pressure, or else you'll have the, you'll see when you start this. Okay, so then you get there. What I usually do is I put my finger in there, do the crossover. I almost had the wrong side up. Crossover, pulling it through the back. Remember, pull through the back, don't go through the front. And you're going to pull that tight. And pull that tight. Then you're ready for the next one. Another thing in the Tandy video that ends up being a little confusing, he does a good job about teaching you how to start and how to do a transition run where, like, you know, you run out of some lace and then you got to, you know, connect it or whatever. But what I found confusing about that video too was corners. When you get the corners on something that has like a 90-degree turn, for it to make it look nice, the explanation that I saw on Tandy seemed a little bit confusing to me. So what I'll tell you is, when you get to a corner like this, let me get that to focus. All you're doing is going twice through there, and twice through there. So you're going twice through the hole that's before the corner, twice through the hole that's at the corner, twice through the hole that is after the corner, and then you just start again. If you do attempt to do just one double loop stitch through each of these, it looks really sparse, and it looks really strange. This actually looks much better when you do it this way. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this up here, and then I'll show you the finished product after I do a couple other things here. But hopefully this helps some people, you know, to get their double loop stitching a little tighter and a little faster. This has been Tim. Embrace your creativity. Peace.